This is Derby City Classic. I figured it was time for a little one pocket action. So I called up my buddy, Chris Adams, and he is in the booth with me. How's it going, Chris?
Pretty good, Joey. How about yourself?
Hey, pretty good. I got a little match here with Chip Compton and Miguel Lara. And Chip is up 1-0 in game count. And I believe there's 15 balls on the table, so I think we're accurate in the ball count. Guys, let us know in the chat if you can hear us and see us okay. As Chip takes care of that first one, I'll update the ball score there. Looks like the ball score is not updating. Oh, it is updating. It's just taking a minute.
Oh, it had me do it.
Oh. What do you mean?
I'm going to close out of it.
Okay.
Now see if you can do it.
Okay, there we go. Score should be 3-1 or 3-0, 4-0 in ball count.
First bank was a fantastic bank. Got him on the balls.
Somebody keeps changing the score here.
I'm out of it.
Yeah, it's not you. I think multiple streamers can get in here and update this. It's I think I got 6 balls. I think that's accurate now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yes, 1 on the bottom and 8 at the top.
Yeah.
Looks like that ball might have rolled back and held him on for the next shot there.
Yeah, it's a little unlucky there, huh? Did he foul there, Chris?
No, he just knocked the ball next to the other. I can't see the names of the players. I know it's Chip.
Chip and Miguel.
And Miguel.
So Chip must have owed a ball. Or made a ball in a pocket that wasn't his.
So this game looks like all the balls are going to head up table.
Fun.
When you're playing one pocket, do you like going up table or do you like keeping the balls in play?
Heck no, I'm a shooter, man. I like keeping the balls in play. How can I get out? How can I make 8 balls? That's the way I look at it. I'm not patient enough really to push balls up table. Like Chip will do it all night. He doesn't care.
Same thing, pushing it up and drawing the cue ball back down to where his hand is now. Raise him on the gum. Best place to be. Or in this case, the worst case to be.
This is interesting here. It's not easy to replicate the shot that Chip just did. And you got to be careful here, I think. What are you looking at, Chris?
You know, it just depends on, it's from our angles, we're on the other side of the table, just like the viewers. So it depends on how close he is to that rail. You know, a lot of the times something simple is sometimes easier. But in this case, he might be able to jack up and hit the 15 ball, but you have to shoot the 15 ball into the balls. He could try to create some distance, which Chip being such a great shooter, he's probably going to go. And if he leaves that 15 ball there, Chip can bank that from anywhere.
I think he's in a real tough spot right here, Chris. I'm looking, and you know, it's Just the way that lined up. If the ball were a little bit further to our left, he could probably play that same shot, but play the 10 into the 1 and draw the cue ball back. But the angle where he is now, not having a cue ball to get into, he's just going to go long, and he left the 15 hanging right out there. Same with the 1.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you try to just roll down and make a tough shot, you're going to leave crossover on the 15. Some shooters might shoot the 1. If you're just trying to get out of the shot, he could have rolled the 15 down towards the 3 and just left the cue ball over there on our left side of the table. He just shot the ball right in the heart.
Oh, I for some reason had their pockets mixed up too.
Yeah. That's why you want to keep the balls down there, Joey.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This one pocket's tricky, Chris.
It's early for you. It's early for me too, actually.
Yeah. I've had a busy day, man. I've been doing a bunch of work, and George was doing most of the commentary all day.
George eats it up. He loves it.
I wonder if he'll take a shot at the 13.
I don't think so.
13? No?
No.
Too risky?
He might shoot the 12. If he's going to bank anything, he'll shoot the 12. But it's still like you could give up a shot on the 8 real easy.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going to shoot the 12.
Because the cue ball's heading over toward that 10.
Yeah, right there. See, so he got away with it. No, he didn't. I think he can shoot the 8 in. Maybe cut the 15 in.
I like the 11 myself, but you got to be sure of it.
The 11 goes by the 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get at least 2 balls there if you play it with good speed. Could get more. If you get a nice little angle in the 8 to kind of pull back behind the 15 after this.
What a shot.
Yeah, he went all the way across, though, for the 13.
I like that because he could shoot the 13 and roll all the way up to the rail and bank at 12.
Well, I think that was his plan, but he ends up with an angle here that doesn't look good for that, Chris. The cue ball is going to track right towards that ball down in Chip's hole there.
He might punch it.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, yeah.
See what I mean, though, right? It would have been great to roll straight down the table.
Oh, yeah. Got a friendly kiss, as they say.
Yep. Who was that? Bill Rafferty, the basketball commentator. The kiss off the glass.
Now, I wonder if his angle is to where he can get down on the 8 now.
It does look like he has an angle there.
Looks like he's drawing the ball, too. Oh, wow.
Double kissed it.
Definitely was trying to create something. Now, can you see the names and the score on your side?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I can't.
I know.
Okay.
Its ball score is 6-2, Chip.
Okay. Now he can shoot at the 8 unless he just wants to take that ball out. I wonder if he left a 2-railer here on the 5 ball.
I think that's a 3, but yeah, it does look close, huh? He's going to shoot it.
And just stop the cue ball on top of the 15. Make it difficult if you don't make it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Make him have to bridge over the 15.
What you hope, what a lot of times you're playing for is just to get this close to your hole, so you'll get a shot on a return shot on the 15 on his next shot at the table. If he can get this somewhat close to a shot,
That's a good point, because even if Chip clears out the 3, he can't clear out 2 balls. He actually went forward there, and he ends up creating a blocker with the 12. It's a nice shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the next shot, I think Chip will kick this away, and depending on the speed or how good he gets across the ball, he's cutting at this ball. He's looking at it like he's going to cut it in the top right.
I wonder if he can fade the 15 here and get enough inside English on the ball to get back down, get all the way down table. I think he can.
He's queuing up with top right.
Yeah, the ball's going to go down towards the middle diamond on the bottom rail. What a shot this is.
Wow.
Yeah,
just like...
Now he needs 1.
Well, now he's just going to graze the ball. Or he's even easier than that.
That's the difference between a good one-pocket player and a world-class one-pocket player right there.
And a world-class shooter.
Yeah.
To me, that's what today's one-pocket game is going to, is you see a lot more, 8 and outs, 9 and outs than, part of the freezer era, but with more, offense. He created something that a lot of people didn't do. I'm talking about Scott Frost. And then you add that in with today's technology, and obviously their ability is just so much better than it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. They just run the ball so well. Everybody plays good now.
Yeah. Guys, this is my buddy Chris Adams joining me in the booth here. I'm Joey Ryan from Dogging It. Thanks so much for tuning in. I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors as Chip lags that ball up by his pocket and Miguel's going to take it out of there. But you see the folks up the top, Premier Billiards in the corner. Huge shout out to them. All the folks along the bottom, Prentice Custom Cues, JB Cases, Hal Tips, Hard Times, Lucasi, and Franco Custom Cues. Those are the folks that helped get Molina Mike out the Derby and are sponsoring a lot of the content. And then the folks that are scrolling in the bottom right-hand corner, you see Jay Flowers, you see Michelle Griffin, the realtor,
Excuse me.
bunch of other folks down there. As they come up, I'll call them out. They're actually the ones that help sponsor this stream, Statewide Billiards out of Michigan. Look at this shot right here, Chris. Wow.
That's a winner.
What do you do against that?
Look
Really?
at the cue ball.
It's
Look
great.
at the cue ball. Just in case it doesn't fall. The cue ball's good. Nice little bump.
Paco's Garage Door Repair and Installation. If you're in West Texas and you need any of that work, give them a call. Digital Pool. We're getting access to a live feed through the work that Digital's Pool has done. Let's see. We Play Billiards out of Arizona. You know them, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they run tournaments and have apparel. Do some cool stuff. The Break Room, Max Adams' place in Fairbanks, Alaska. Check out the Break Room. And one more. Nope, Jay Flowers. We're doing some giveaways with Jay Flowers as well. So maybe we'll do another trivia question soon and get that out for you guys. Guys, it's taken a little bit of time for the scoreboard to update. We know that score that you see is not correct, but it will update shortly, hopefully, to 2-0 Chip Compton in games.
You got to get out of the break here.
He laid down a decent break, it looks like, Chris.
Yeah. Maybe he could. I obviously from our angle, we see the same angle they see. Yeah, he could get around there. It looks like he got around too good.
Did he leave this 9 out for a bank? It's tight, but I'm thinking no.
He's coming around.
He is looking at it. You got to really cut this ball to bank it over towards your pocket. Would you consider banking into the stack, Chris?
If it's easy to bank it in the stack and get the cue ball back up table, yeah, I like doing that. But he made it.
Nice shot there.
I like this shot too. A lot of people try to shoot this hard and draw it behind the stack, and I think it's okay just to slow roll this ball and let the cue ball drift towards the 8 in the middle of the pack there. Trying to kind of, I can't tell if you can get by the 13 or not from this angle, but or whatever the stripe is out in the middle.
It
Slow roll this.
looks like
Slow
he's
roll
gonna.
the combo.
Yeah, he's gonna play the combo and roll into that crevice there in the
Yep,
stack.
right there. Yep,
it's a good shot.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't.
This is where.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is where the elite players just control the game so well. Finding that one nook and cranny to get out of it, whether it's kick behind this ball and barely touch the stripe, even if they take a foul to where, it's just tough, very tough for even guys like I'm a 650 player, and it still makes it tough, to get out of it.
You're a sandbagger.
Over and over.
Sandbagger's what you are.
Terrible.
So he tucks that ball into the stack nicely, positions the 14 ball on his side of the table up top, and that 8 ball provides an impediment where Miguel can't see the 2 or the 15, and he can't cut the 8 ball in any way. So he's going to play off chips 14 up here.
Yeah. Double them up, leave them long, maybe triple them up if this gets up a little bit. No.
Unfortunately, Chip's going to be able to get at that stripe now. Down there by the hole. Get that out of there. Do you see anything different here, Chris? Is he just going to hit that stripe and kind of position the cue ball behind the 2 and be patient?
You know what he might be looking at is he might be looking at shooting that 8 behind those balls and taking them out and letting the cue ball kind of go into the pack. I can't tell what he was looking at there unless he thinks that cue ball will go between that stripe and the 8 ball to kick behind the 2 balls up there on the top left.
Hey, sorry, Aaron, I just saw your comment. The break rules for one pocket, there are no rules. Basically, you just need to not foul by hitting a ball and then hitting a rail after the break. So,
wow. So he could see it. He could see it by the balls.
Typically, the player will hit somewhere between the head ball and the second ball with a little bit of inside English. And ideally, you want to push 2 balls towards your pocket, hopefully one on the long rail, one on the short rail, and leave the cue ball somewhere between that third diamond and side pocket or somewhere around there on the other rail. What's he gonna do here, Chris? Just leave him real long?
I think he's just trying to leave him long so he doesn't lose.
I mean, this is Chip frickin' Compton. Does he not know that?
Well,
Chip might not even shoot at the 6, though. I wonder if the 12 goes through that little window there. If it does, he could potentially. I don't.
Why he could play off the 8 and just graze the left side of the 8.
Yeah, that's true.
Move those balls to his hole and just let the cue ball drift down there. I think I can't tell if that's a piece of chalk, maybe right there on the table down on the other end.
He's shooting at the 8.
Oh,
there was a dead ball.
He had a dead ball.
Wow.
And just like that, he's off to the races,
Yeah, that's... I guess Miguel didn't look at that, didn't see it. It's unfortunate for him. And just like that, this match is probably going to be over.
Yep. He'll stay up.
I got Chip on 4 already. People keep messing with my score, though. I don't know why. He needs 2. And he's got him right there. Looks like he will have to play the orange ball first, I think, Chris.
Yeah.
He's got a little too much angle where if he plays a 10, he'll have to hit the...
It looks like he's going to play the 10. He might bump into the orange.
Oh, he had it was straight enough. And this one's all she wrote, guys.
That was... how do you like rolling out thinking you're trapping a guy?
Yeah.
And you don't get...
That was definitely a clinic.
To shoot again, How many of us at home have done it?
Yeah, hang out with me for a minute, Chris. I'll see if I can find another match. Typically these matches aren't moving that fast. Let me see what happens if we go to table 5.
While you're looking for matches, do you know what round they're on now in the banks?
Yes, they are.
It's kind of hard for us at home to keep up with it if you're going to the Derby City.
Round 10.
Round 10.
And it looks like this match may have just ended or it's just beginning. Let's hope it's just beginning because this is Roberto Gomez against Jonathan Hennessy.
Oh, yeah. Superman.
Yeah. So if this match is just getting started, which it's kind of like 50-50. I can't tell if it looks like Roberto's putting a jacket on. That's no good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep looking around and see if we can find something here. If you guys are looking at the list of matchups and you see something that's appealing to you, put it in the chat. We'll see what we can do. There was a match on 18 that was a decent match. John Demet and Can Salim.
And Celine, what a great
yeah, there it is. This is Banks round 10, Chris.
All right, and I'm logging in. Is what I'm doing on my laptop, so I can see, or on my phone as well.
See if I can change some things here. Edit it a little bit. It's a little crooked.
Somebody said Gomez. Zane Kirkpatrick says Gomez won the bank game.
Awesome, thank you. Oh, thanks a lot, Joe Freeman, for the Venmo. Appreciate that. Let me see if I can get Molina Mike to update the score.
So can the folks at home see the scores?
Yeah, they can, Chris.
Because I have it on my phone and I can't see it.
So I believe John Demet's from Texas. Chris, you ever played him?
No. I don't think I know John. I know Can Salim when he came to Phoenix years ago. That was great. Fall down on this ball. 7 balls, same pocket. Yeah.
Let me see if I can get De Leon to respond to me.
Is he still in the banks?
No.
No. I don't think that you can cross this over.
Yeah.
I think that's just playing safe here.
That orange ball is real sticky to try to cross over. It's, looks like it's a kiss.
You don't want to play anything down here because you'll lose a cue ball. So I think just 3 or 4 railing that 5 ball around the table.
Yeah, guys, we're working on getting the score. Once I do get the score, we should be able to update that for you guys. So stand by.
Let's see. He's thinking. He wants to shoot an offensive shot. You can tell he definitely wants to shoot an offensive shot. He is going to shoot one. It's going to be tough to beat the kiss here. I think he's thinking about 3-railing this 5 right now. Yeah. That's okay. Oh, he had a ball count. He had a spotted ball.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting 2-1. Thankfully, Nick DeLeon's coming through for me. He's finding out the score there. We might see him walking around in the background there or something. Crossing in the side, Chris.
Oh, yeah. Right in the heart.
Where's that orange ball going to end up? Okay, it's 2-1 in games. Cans up. There we go. And then Melina is standing right over there. Okay. And I'm like, yeah, but he won't respond to me.
Got to give up a shot on the 5 ball. I think a ball went in the corner. Yeah. The ball went. It did go in the corner.
That's bad news for Ken.
Yeah.
Because that's his next shot after this 5 ball, it appears.
Yeah. All right, perfect. Now across side bank on the 8 ball.
You look real good on that stroke. Oh, I thought that was in there.
Yeah. I guess this is perfect. I like to bank the 7 right here. 1 rail first. There you go.
All right.
He called it 1 rail, so he's going to cut across that ball, playing it to the top left.
It's a good effort.
Yeah, I like that. The only shot it leaves is a similar shot, but it's a kiss. So he's not going to be able to play that shot. He can't make it over to the right pocket. He called it back here.
I think we have a score update.
But I think it's really tough to beat that kiss.
I think Ken has 4 balls and John has 3 balls.
Yeah. I didn't think he could beat that kiss. If it would have been on target, I think he would have kissed. And I think Ken may need 2 balls. We'll see.
According to my sources, this is the case ball for Ken for the whole match.
All right, let's see. Well, it's at least for a game.
Okay,
Your sources don't check out very well.
I know. You dogged it. Unless
You
Melina.
know what? In all fairness to the guys that you had to go up and look, they could have looked up and it said like 2-2. It's a race to three, and they're like, "Hey, this is the last game," you know.
Yeah.
But we know that Can won that game. That we do know.
Yeah. Oh gosh, what is going on here with this?
So tough to be in your shoes, Joey. Back in Tucson, or excuse me, Phoenix, and
Trying to figure this out.
figuring out 18 tables for the first time ever. Working over the last few days, you've been up, having a bunch of stuff go on as far as the streams are concerned, the camera footage, the games, and then you're talking lengthy hours. I can't imagine what you've been doing.
It's been pretty busy, but it's been a lot of fun when you get this opportunity, you know?
Oh, it's awesome. It's like being at the Derby without being at the Derby,
Exactly.
kind of. But you can eat your own food.
Okay, so Chris, I am looking at it on Facebook and I see a scoreboard. It's way at the bottom. You got to look at the bottom.
Right, hold on. Let me look. Oh, no, it's there now.
Oh, okay, it wasn't there before.
Yeah, it wasn't there before.
John's got a straightforward bank on the one. Tell you, he looks good. He looks dialed in.
Yeah. Now, cross over the 9. I don't think he can stiff it, can he?
This is the 5. I think he can stiff it. Well, maybe not. It's a little hard to tell. The position of the 5 ball's just past that diamond near the side, and the cue ball's back by that second diamond, so I think you do have to cross this ball.
Just go right across. Cue ball towards the 8 ball.
Oh. I tell you what, that was a big miss, Chris, because there was a bunch of balls to be had there. The 8, the 2, right from there.
Yeah, he left him the 8 or the 6. He's on the side where he's going to shoot the 6 cross side, which will then leave the 9 next. He's perfect.
Can is undefeated, but John has already used his buyback.
A lot of people don't know Can Slim. He's a great player. Oh,
From Germany, right, Chris?
I don't know exactly where. I know he's not from the U.S. though.
All right, I got 1-1 ball count. We're hill, guys. Good match here.
The 2 ball is what I see is probably his best option.
Hey, there's Adam Kroll in the chat. He says, "What's up, Wheezy?" He's in Hawaii. Check it out. It's rainy and nasty here in Arizona, Adam.
I'm actually I'm in LA, and I've been here for off and on for the last week, and it's been terrible weather here.
Oh,
worse
really?
than it is. Oh yeah, way worse than it is there.
I don't know, man. Saturday I was on the soccer field, or Sunday on the soccer field with the kids, pouring down rain. Not used to that in Arizona.
But kids love it though.
Yeah.
Soccer in the rain in Arizona is like a treat, except for the family and the parents watching.
Yeah. We made this. Hey, Chris, when I had George in here the other day, we made the comment, or I made the comment, that it's not often that you see a left-handed pool player who's tried to become a good pool player who's not good, right? It just seems like there's something about being left-handed and the hand-eye coordination involved with that lends itself well to being a pool player. Of course, you're left-handed. Just curious.
I'm right-handed.
What?
I'm right-handed, but I play pool left-handed.
We were talking about weird people like that. How did you come to do that?
I don't know. I thought at a young age, it's just because how I felt comfortable holding the cue, because I started off when I was in high school, a senior, and I weighed 100 pounds. So when I started playing pool at 15 years old, my freshman, sophomore year, I was a little guy, real little guy.
What a
So
shot that was.
I felt like that had just something to do with that. But as you get older, you learn it's more dominant eye than it is, maybe how you picked it up, I guess. But Scott Frost is the same way. He's right-handed at everything he does and plays pool left-handed.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I think Efren is similar, where he's one hand and he plays the other. The only problem is I don't have the same ability that those fellas do.
All right, so here's the deal, guys. I think we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players left in the banks. And the only ones with buybacks are Can, Shane Van Boning, and Joshua Filler. The other players left are John Demet, Lucas Fracasso Werner, Roberto Garcia, and Hennessy.
Oh. Is that including the match where Hennessy just lost to Roberto?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Hennessy, he just bought back, it looks like.
He's got a straight back here.
I don't know. I may not be right with that because I saw another graphic that Melina sent. No. Okay, I'm wrong. So, Tony Chohan, John Demet, Josh.
Wow. Those balls are starting to hold up.
Yeah. The cloth's getting a little more worn.
Yeah.
All right, so here it is. The 4 players with a buyback. Well, it would have been Hennessy, but he lost. So, Can Salim, Roberto Gomez, John Demet. No, this isn't right. Never mind.
I think you're trying to figure something like a crossword puzzle out.
I'll get this figured out for you guys. We'll figure it out before this match is over. Yeah, Gomez is in. I have a list here. I'm not sure if this is still accurate, but it says Tony Chohan, John Demet, Joshua Filler, Lucas Werner, Roland Garcia, Roberto Gomez, Feder Gorsh, Justin Hall, Hennessy, Can Salim, and Shane Van Boning.
So are you having to rely on outside sources to get you that list?
It's tough. I mean, I have a link to all the matches that are going on at any given time, but to deduce the information from that is really tricky. So yes, Melina just sent me a screenshot from, looks like one of the computers there.
Yeah. Because I do know, like the folks at home, you can't. I've been trying to go onto the Derby City Classic website and check completed matches and follow it live, and it only shows like to round 5, or something like that. When I looked at, and I know they're at round 8 or 9 or whatever they're at, So it's hard. It's got to be hard.
Well, one thing I'll say is, never before in the history of Derby have they had this streaming system set up where all these independent streamers can come out there and stream, which is like super cool. Oh, look at that ball roll off. Look, he's beside himself.
I think that was his emotion.
Wow. He goes backwards one. That's a shame.
I think Can's just going to shoot the 5 in and try to roll him behind the point now.
Yeah, we've seen this shot executed a number of times in the bank pool. A little touchy, though. You don't want to go too far.
Even if they don't get him, it's such a tough shot to bank this 8 balls back in the same hole without giving up a shot.
Yeah, John's going to take a break here. I don't blame him. He's a little bit on tilt with what happened.
We were watching a match the other day, Joey, and I think it was Tony Chohan's match where one of the players shot a ball and the cue ball rolled off, or at least they make that perfect reaction. Hey, that ball rolled this way or that way. Have you been seeing that at all during the matches?
So in the banks, what we've seen a few times is, kind of with the angle of the way the cue is laying on the table right now, Chris, a ball will bank off of there. And if it's, not coming with a lot of speed. Occasionally you'll see one roll toward the pocket or away from the pocket a little bit. Like you just get into the channel where it drifts. Helps it in or it drifts a little bit out. We've seen that a few times. And when they're setting up 69-foot diamonds and leveling them, you're bound to have a little bit of that, right? That's why it's important to get to the table as early as you can, hit a few balls, see the way the table's rolling.
The one thing I can say is it rolls the same for both players.
That's true.
Doesn't make it any better when it rolls off on you, but it is true. Got to give it up to all the guys trying to keep all the tables and the equipment clean and set up perfect every day. It's tough to do.
Okay, so someone's telling me that two people, Canadian Dave's telling us that two people beat Federer. And so I think this Post-it note that Melina sent me, it's down to Post-it notes, Chris. This one that he sent me has John Demmett, Joshua Filler, Lucas Werner, Lucas Fracasso Werner, Roberto Garcia, Jonathan Hennessy, Can Salim, and Shane Van Boning. I think that's all that's left, which would be 7 players. And out of that, the only ones with buybacks would be Can, SVB, and Filler.
And of them, who are previous champions? SVB?
No, I don't think he's won the Banks. I think George was talking about that earlier.
So all of the guys remaining would be a new champion in the Banks.
I believe so.
Yeah. Wow. So for the folks that never been here, to go to the restroom where they're at, you have to walk. So where we're looking, you have to walk to the right, probably about 40 yards and go out 2 double doors. And then you got to go about another 10 or 15 yards to the left just to find the restroom. And it's the only restroom that's around that area. So it's a long ways away. So it'll probably be a 5-minute break, I'm guessing, at least.
All right. Wait, sorry, Chris.
No, you're good.
I was just going to say 100% the information I just gave you was wrong. Because Filler is playing Justin Hall right now. Somebody asked about it in the chat. I'm like, well, I didn't read those names. And I just go and look, and they're in the 11th round of the Banks. So
Justin Hall just won his one pocket match, right? Or no, that was Chip. Sorry,
Chip,
apologize. Yeah, that was Chip.
The chipper. So where we are is, I think this is the last 10th round Banks match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, if they redraw every time, stupid question, if they redraw every time, how did they redraw before this match was over?
So the software, what it does is it, and I'm not the technical guy, but I'll tell you what it does, is it draws for that person spot for the next round randomly when they do the draw. So once they get down where all the matches are going, they'll do a draw. And tables 15 loser would have been, or winner would have been X amount of name, and X name goes to that spot based off of the draw, random, if that makes sense. So that way, so you got to think about it. They're trying to run 550 names or 500 plus names. And imagine one match is 2.5 hours long at the end of the final round. They cannot afford to wait an extra 2.5 hours to call matches. So the software that they developed along the way has to allow matches or, variables to be put in there that'll call a specific person rather than, or a specific number rather than a name to that match. And then that name, whoever wins, fills that number.
Okay, so in this case, though, I'll just throw this out there. You may or may not know the answer, but in this case, if John loses, he's out. If Can loses, he can rebuy. So how does it account for that?
So what it will do is, and please don't quote me, but I can tell you from being there a couple times and seeing, first off, if there's an odd number of matches, right, and there's going to be an odd number of players, whoever that odd person out will get the buy. And you can only get one buy in a row, if that makes sense. So every round, somebody can get a buy if it's an odd number. If it's an even number, then he'll just fill that spot and play, if that makes sense. And it's much easier when they get down to 11 players than it is when there's 497 players, per se. But I can see where you're saying like it does seem a little bit deceptive, and it does, especially when you're there and you see every match, and there's two matches that say, I forget what the lingo they use on the board there, but it'll be like waiting for a match, and then one guy finishes, and you see him go to play that. You come play you, and the other guy got a bye, and you're like, hey, how did that happen? I think you should have a draw, but the computer does it, and understandably it has to do it in a way to get the event over in a reasonable amount of time. So, and they've spent year after year after year after year trying to make the software better. I do, because I know Ed Scott here in Phoenix originally made the software, and then over years they've had other programmers get in there and make it better. What a bank shot, and he's gonna break these balls open.
Wow. Negative, Chris Thomas. I don't know the score, but I'll try to find out.
It looks like he can bank the two, maybe, but it's dangerous. Yeah, he's looking at it to see if it goes by.
Yeah, it's tight, huh?
Yeah. Depending on ball count, he might want to just roll this ball in.
Looks like he's. Yeah, looks like he's thinking that way, and if he can, think he'll be able to get the cue ball towards that chalk on that bottom rail there.
I don't think you need to get that perfect.
Oh, he banked it.
He went for it.
Well, you saw his mechanics break down there quite a bit on that one. All the other banks that he's made, he's really stayed within his frame and stayed down on the ball and went all the way through it, and that time he kind of jerked up a little bit.
He only left what I think. I like to bank the 8 one rail down there to the top right. Unless he really has that clean of a pocket to bank that right there. He called it. So
yeah, he's gonna bank this 2 ball. It's the 2 ball, Chris. And
no, I meant the one that
the previous shot.
Yeah, no. This what I thought he would do is bank the 8 in the middle of the table, down towards the rail, down at the bottom of the screen, up to the top right, the same pocket he just played that ball.
Yeah.
And just bring the cue ball up, down here, I should say, up there, down here. Let's see. Pretty much this is a free shot. Oh, yeah, his mechanics kind of... Early on, you were talking about how comfortable.
Yeah, he looked great. What are you banking here? Are you banking the 5 or the 8?
5, bottom left. Because you can cue into that ball. You can do whatever you want with the cue ball here.
Yeah, we got a question. I'll look it up for you guys. Question about Fargo rate. And if I'm guessing, I think John might be a high 600s player, but I'm going to check now. Maybe 700.
Can for sure is in the 700s, high 7s, I'm guessing.
Yeah, John Demmett is a 686 with about 2,500 games in Fargo. And I think Chris is right. I'm going to guess before I put it in here, but I'm going to say Cam is a 746. And I'm way off. He's a 773. Wow.
I said high 7s.
That's real strong.
Yeah, he came through Phoenix and played a ton of players, and it was phenomenal to watch him play, actually.
Did him and Scott play?
No, how do I say this? Scott was on the right end of it.
Oh, I see.
Left a shot here.
Yes, he did.
Cross side. I don't know the ball count.
The ball count is 2-1 Can.
Okay, I got it up now.
Wait, that can't be right. We have 5 balls left on the table. I missed the ball somewhere, guys. I dogged it. If you know, let me know.
Good bank there. Now I like to play the 2 back since it's more off the rail. The 8 is probably safer, but I like to play this 2 straight back. Gonna stay down on it.
Kissed it. It's going to come out for a nice cross bank here. Well, not as nice as it would have been if it stopped 4 inches shorter, I think.
I think it's a perfect line where he can just hit it nice and firm.
Oh, you think he'll stiffen it?
Oh, he's definitely stiffing it.
Uh-oh, cue ball. Good shot by Ken.
Now, with those two balls in the top left and right corner as blockers, I say he's going to play it right down here to the bottom left. And this time he won't hit it as hard. He'll hit it more of a one pocket, like lagging it.
Little finesse.
Yeah. Oh, see, it's tough to do that. It's just so tough to come across that. Still going to. It's tough to make this cross side.
Yeah, it is. You're hitting it super thin. You're going to have to hit it with a lot of pace.
What else do you see? You can play it three. You can play it three rails. The short rail, long rail, back down to the bottom left. Draw the cue ball back towards that back right corner.
He's crossing it.
The cue ball's going to be running all over the house.
Oh no! Look at this shot!
Holy
cow! Oh, wow. What a try!
Yo, golf shot.
Jeez, what a shot that was.
And he got away too, so you can't, there's no shot to be made now.
Yeah, I think the score may be 3-3. Okay, Louis, you got it 3-3. I'll trust Louis. He watches carefully. We'll go with 3-3 there. This has been a good match. Two guys going blow for blow.
That's crazy. So Filler and Holler on table 21.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that's got to be tough when you want to watch a match or commentate a match and it doesn't fall within the.
Yeah. Well, there are a couple. Look at this cue ball. It's pretty nice.
So when pool action, or not pool action, excuse me, when you guys are not on stream, where do people go buy the streams to watch it?
Yeah, they go to AccuStats. We have a discount code. You can find it on Windows Open. If anybody's interested, I can post it in the chat. We've actually been pretty successful with helping them sell pay-per-views. And I bought one myself so I could check out, when these tournaments get to the finals or the semifinals, you're not going to be able to see them on any of the free streams. So
Right. One pocket's still coming, or banks are still coming, one pocket and the 9-ball, correct?
That's correct.
So still a lot of pool left.
I don't know what he can do here. He's trying to cross it. It's tough.
It's such a tough to beat that that side pocket. He did, though.
Well, John has a shot here. He's going to have to lay himself out over the table, shoot it right-handed, or use a bridge. Looks like he's electing to shoot it right-handed.
He's going to go that way. I like going 4 rails around.
I'm not sure, like
shooting it.
Oh,
That's tough, too.
That's actually, he's pretty safe there, because I don't think you can bank this clean without hitting the 9. It's got to be perfect.
No, he's going to play it 3 rails.
3 rails, yeah.
3 rails, yeah.
Tiffany, we're trying to figure out how many players are left. We have conflicting stories on it. I think there's about 10.
We know it's 11-ish.
Yeah.
Ish. Which isn't bad from 2,000 miles away,
Yeah.
Ish. Well, that was...
That was the other option, was playing a 2 rails, but he called it 3
3
rails.
Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't go.
Justin Hall beats Joshua Filler.
Wow. So he
Filler
should be.
has no more buyback. So, meaning he just used his buyback after that match. What
He
about
might
the cue
scratch.
ball?
He might scratch. Oh.
Oh,
Oh. Okay. We got a couple balls in play now, so that'll change it up a little bit.
so this is interesting here. This situation.
You shoot the 7 or the 8 here.
I don't know. I guess
You know what? It looks like he's shooting the 8 to the top left.
you got to be real careful with your cue ball here. Didn't get it.
He wanted that ball back over there.
Yeah, Jason. Melina's telling me from the venue that Justin Hall did beat Joshua Filler. Looks like he's
Cross it over.
It looks like he's stiffing it. Yeah. I saw him cueing the lower half of the ball, which tells you he's trying to stiff it.
I haven't missed a ball yet today.
I'm perfect from the booth.
Let's see how this one. This looks like just a straight stop shot bank.
Yeah, maybe with like a quarter of a tip of left English, maybe.
Yeah.
Lucas and Feder. I didn't even know they were playing. We'll see. They must not be on a table we have access to. Table 11. Let me see if I can get an update.
Oh, well, he jammed it.
Did he scratch?
Oh, no,
he didn't.
So that puts him on 4 balls. We know he won the previous game.
Oh, I think that Feder match is on table 1, which would be the AccuStats table. So if you have the pay-per-view from AccuStats, you'd be able to catch that. That's I really like that shot.
Cue ball's in great shape.
John is one of those moments where John was like, do I really have to get up and try to shoot this shot? Maybe I just keep sitting for a little while and it goes away.
You know, he called this 2 rails on the side again. Another golf shot. The only key to this, if you're going to play this, is you have to get it past the side pocket.
Yeah.
He got it past the side. I bet he didn't. Bet he didn't think he'd get it that close to the corner, though.
See this shot right here, Chris? It was very similar to the shot that Lucas Werner played against Shane Van Boning for the match, I think.
Did he bank it back here to the bottom left?
Drilled it. Crossed it right over back to it. Look at this. Point.
Well, overhit it just a little.
Oh.
Just a little.
So I got a score update on Lucas and Feder. Lucas is up 1-0 in games.
What table are they on?
They're on the feature AccuStats table. I believe that's what that is table 1. I would think it would be.
Yeah, that's the feature table. They generally you don't get to see any matches there the first couple days because they're playing the Bigfoot Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
On a 10-foot table.
Yeah, which of course Joshua Filler won that yesterday against Lee Van Corteza. I think the final score might have been 10-6 or 10-5.
I think you're right. 10-6.
10-6.
Yeah. After winning the semifinal match over Fedor Hill.
Guys, do us a favor. Hit that like, share. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, follow. Let's get this out to more people, man. There's tons of people, I bet, that love pool that don't even know that they could watch a free live stream from Derby City Classic right now.
I like what he's doing here. He's gonna. I think he was thinking about three railing that ball, but he can't. He knows he can't win the game unless he gets it out of there, and he really doesn't have anything he can do here. You know,
Yeah, this is where the strategy comes into play, right?
yeah. A lot of times you can bank. So a lot of one pocket players will bank this ball towards the 9 ball, so you can leave it down there.
Yeah.
So you don't. So you can beat the kiss. You know that you can't beat that kiss any other way, right there. So if he kicked off the rail and banked it, he would have lagged it down towards that top right hand corner without worrying about a kiss.
Yeah, somewhere I missed a ball, Chris.
It's can has 4.
Oh, okay, thanks. This actually, for that shot, worked out about as good as it could for John because the position of that 9 ball. And I don't know if he tries to 2-rail this ball. He'll probably just play it up in our bottom left corner, right, Chris?
I don't think he's going to play. If a lot of these guys, whenever they play these shots and it's tight matches, especially at the end, they like to play where the cue ball is going to end up on the other side of the table than the ball they're calling. So he might play 4 rails here. He might just play safe and lag it over towards a 9. I don't know if he can cut across that ball with beating a kiss. See, it's just too hard to do anything from there, really. Just look for a shot where you don't leave another shot. That's basically your best move. That's, and a good shot here is the very slow kick off the bottom rail behind the 9 and just graze it, where you kind of tie those balls up. Start nudging that 9 away from that pocket.
You're flirting with a scratch, though. You got to be real careful.
I don't think it's that close because it might be close, but you see where I'm going.
Yeah, I do.
You got to get that 9 in play, and you really don't have anything else here.
The 9 is in play if he's on that bottom rail, top rail to our view, but you know what I mean? He can bank that cross corner from there.
Shot to win. I don't know where we got a little lag here, but
we do.
He's going to have a shot to win the match now, or the game, anyways.
Somehow I lost the scoreboard.
I did too.
Weird.
Well, he missed it. Well, he's going to have a straight back to tie it up at 4.
Yeah, I completely lost my scoreboard. And turned it a little bit and scratched.
The scoreboard is up on the screen, though.
No, I think it might be.
It went away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did go away. Yeah.
I don't feel like setting it back up again for potentially one shot, because if he makes this ball, it's over.
This isn't easy.
No. But we're in round 10 of the banks, so these guys are bankers. I'm going to say he makes it, Chris.
I'll guarantee you he draws the cue ball back where he's down here at the bottom.
Like I said, no chance. No chance he makes it.
When they're hitting the ball that hard, worried about the cue ball, often they hit it short.
Well, this is a good opportunity for John to pick up some balls here.
Yep, he made that one. Now he's going to have a crossover on this 8.
See, I'm telling you, Chris, if he could have got that cue ball all the way to that rail
tie
down
it up
there,
at 4.
If he could have got the cue ball down to that top rail up there, he could have banked that 9 and.
Yeah. Cad's going to have another chance to win the match or game. We still don't know a score in the match.
It's Hill Hill.
It is Hill Hill.
Yeah.
All right. Here it is. Uh-oh.
What's going to happen here? Well, that's even worse for John, I think, from where that ball ended up. So this is John, guys. Some of you are asking. John Demmett coming to the table.
I think he took a little swing and miss there.
I've done that before. You ever shot your finger, Chris? Or shoot your
No.
thumb? I've done that before.
but I have hit the ball about a hair instead of like 3 hairs before. You know, I'm wondering how that happens, but yeah.
You know, you told us some good stories yesterday, but one of the stories you told me that I just love is the time that you were playing people for money in pool, and I guess the action that dried up that night, and then you started bowling pool balls across the pool hall, playing like bocce ball. You know, there's some creative things pool players think of when the action dries up to kind of keep going. Obviously,
while these guys are doing this, I'll tell you something we used to do at casino billiards that was the best of anything you could imagine. We'd all get a pool ball, and we had our name written down on a piece of paper, okay? And then everybody would put $20 in the pot, and there'd be 10, 15 people in there. Everybody had a ball. You all go out into the parking lot, and then somebody who worked at the bar would take a needle that had a piece of tape on it, a clear piece of tape that nobody could see, and they'd pin it somewhere at the other end of the pool room, and everybody would come in and just roll the pool ball all over the place. And then you go stand next to your ball, and then the person who worked at the pool room would go to the needle, and whoever was the closest would get the pot. You've done some crazy stuff over the years, but that's a pretty funny one. You made me think of that while you said that. But,
that is crazy.
Like, I mean, pure gambling. You don't know where to throw it. You know, it's pool hours are closed, and they're trying to find something to do at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. I like the stories where you seen a good shot by John here.
Yeah, if this is Hill down the last ball, this makes it super. You know, it looks like he's going to bank a kick soft off the rail. It almost looks like he hit it too hard though.
No, he's good. I wonder if he was concerned on that one with the roll off that he had before. Maybe he hit it a little harder than he wanted to.
Yeah, let's see here. You're going to see a lot of bumping and moving right here.
I don't see nothing wrong.
Oh, you know what? He says he's making this 2 rounds.
Grind. Oh,
wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Is 4-railer out of the question here?
Yeah, I think so, because you can't get the cue ball out of there. You know, if you're playing a race and you had a big lead, you could get away with it, but the cue ball won't run anywhere out of there.
Somebody said casino billiards in Phoenix, Mike O'Hara? Question mark.
Yes. Who said that? Let's see.
Steve R. on YouTube.
Oh, I'm not on YouTube. I don't have the YouTube app up.
So if you're not 4-railing, what are you doing, Chris?
I don't know.
It's tough, right?
You know, usually I can try to dream up a good shot, but that's all I would be doing. You know, 2-rail the ball to the bottom right. It's so tough. You know that the top players, I think they cut the ball towards that pocket just softly
and
let the cue ball go. Yeah, and just cut. You know, let the cue ball go back down to the other side of the table.
I was thinking of that, but that might be the one time that I actually made that shot instead of hung it.
Well, you rather shoot that than this, you know. See, they're playing with speed now.
How's it look?
I can't tell.
Nope.
Missed it. Now the game can turn around here. He's going to slow roll this ball in and try to freeze him. The key is the cue ball. You want it to freeze on that rail. You want to make it as hard as you can. To me, I would rather the cue ball be down on the bottom rail where he can't get his Q-tip. Now he can get his whole Q-tip underneath the ball here. for the straight back. I personally, I don't shoot it with that straight back. I cut it back banking in his pocket where he's shooting at him because the cue ball's safe.
Well,
But
that's
I'm
why
not
you're
canceling.
not. That's why
I'm
you're not
canceling.
canceling. That's a
And
good
I'm at
match
home
there.
commentating.
Oh man. Okay, let me see. I think there's one more match going on. Let's see. By the way, score update 2-1 Federer on feature table. Let's see. Let's see if I can find this other match in play. You'll have to bear with us on the score. It'll take a little bit to bring that up. Okay. I recognize one of these guys. Oh no, I recognize both.
I see Tony over there on the match to the left. That's Tony in the orange shirt, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
Oh yeah, you can see him wobbling around there. Poor guy's going through some stuff.
Yeah, but Molina even said earlier today that he appears to be doing better.
I talked to him. He said he was. I talked to him last week, and he's been going through some stuff, but he said he was doing a little bit better.
Okay, so this is Roberto and Shane. Roberto Gomez.
Gonna shoot this 8-ball straight back. Pinch it. Oh no, sorry. I thought the cue ball was right there by the side. It's terrible. Playing safe. Hit it twice. Hit it on the way in and the way out.
Somebody's got to be streaming this match already. Yeah, okay. So now I should be able to just tie into and get the score. Okay, hold on one sec. Bear with me, guys.
Looked like you had some mail going on there.
Yeah. You got mail.
You gotta clean that mailbox out, sir.
Yeah. That's what we're working on here.
It looks like he's gonna just draw this back, try to bank it to the bottom left. Oh, he went cross-eyed. Ooh.
All right, hold on.
Nice shot.
All right. I think I got something here. Here we go. Okay. So now I just need this. And
Well, Shane made those 2 balls to win that game.
all right. We're relying on somebody else's scorekeeping, but I think we'll be fine. Let's see. Yep.
So it's 2 games to 1.
You can kind of see it on the players, Chris, where they don't quite look as fresh as they looked over the weekend. It's been a real grind.
It is a long 8 to 10 days, and they're not even halfway through right now.
Mm. Look at that break he's going to scratch.
It looks like he got the kiss where it stopped. It did scratch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look, Roberto's like, thank God he was going to go 5 and out. Look.
Look at the break. He made 3 balls on the break. So Shane owes 1.
Looks like he's going to bank this. Is that the 8 ball there?
Maybe the 4 ball.
Yeah, maybe.
Bank it straight back to the bottom right. 1 more than likely it'll just be a stop shot too. He may draw it back, but the way he's cueing on it, looks like he's going to bring the cue ball back.
And I guess that, the Tony Chohan one, he's playing Roland Garcia right now in round 11. Let me see if I can get a score update on that. I'm going to make Molina earn his keep here.
Is he going to stiff this ball, or is he going to use inside English and come around under it?
Yeah, he's crossing it.
Yeah, he's definitely crossing it. It's a little touchy.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing is the cue ball will come out to the middle table, I think. The way it lines up. Yeah. Now I think he can bank the 8 ball, or the 5 ball, or the 3 ball. If he can see the 3. I think he's going to go with the 8. That seems more natural. Oh, no, he went probably a 3.
Yep. Or maybe the 5.
It'll be some. He'll hit this with some speed for sure.
3 ball. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the 5 or the 8, or whatever that ball is on the top right. Let me look at my phone and see if I can see it.
Yeah, the view on this table just isn't quite as crisp.
I think that's the 8.
Yeah, I agree. You gonna play the 7 here?
Depends on if he really likes it, he's playing the 7. But if he doesn't like it, he'll play the 6, just so that way he's safe.
Call the 7, I believe.
Yeah, he might just float the cue ball around 2 rails to the middle of the table.
Yeah, Sarah to scratch is in the kitchen and a ball spots up. Unless they don't have a ball, then they can go negative. Good shot. What's he need? 1, Chris?
No, I don't.
I don't think Roberto has a ball.
I don't know if Shane posted or spotted his ball yet. So I think he needs 2. I think there's 3
Oh,
on the
yeah,
spot.
yeah. I know what you mean. He scratched on the
On
break.
the break, yeah. Ugh.
Well, so you're saying there's a chance.
Yep, 6. He's only going to have 1 shot. Well, he has 2, but I think the more. Yeah, the 6 ball straight back is probably the easiest.
Jeff, the question is, why don't they use coins to mark negative scores and banks? I think because it's not often like one pocket where they're fouling early in the game and can go to like -3 or -4 or something, and it's pretty easy to remember that somebody owes 1.
I think we do use coins a lot of the time, Joey.
Oh, do you?
But we may not have been able to see it up there on it because it's on the other end of the rail. So generally they do. Like for the U.S. Open banks, I know they do. So I don't see why that would change.
Oh man, he missed
Oh
that.
wow.
That looked dead in the hole.
Yeah, I think they're starting to tighten up a little bit. You know, they've been getting some play over the last few days.
All right, let me dig out that link. And for those of you that aren't following Windows Open, that's where I'm going to find it. So I'm going to go back to Windows Open. And
Wow, what a shot.
if you're not following that Facebook, you should. There's tons of great pool information on there. But one of which is a discount code for the IQ-Stats pay-per-view. And I'm not sure. I know it's changed some now because the early bird special is over. But it also might not cost as much now that the tournament's kind of in full swing. So let me just find that link and I'll post it up here for you guys. Wow, there's so much content up on here. It's so hard to find stuff like this. I should have pasted it somewhere. This might take a while to find this. It's unbelievable the amount of content Melina Mike's put up on Windows Open, Chris.
I was trying to find one of your streams yesterday, and I got caught up watching all those videos.
Yeah.
So for the folks at home, if you want to watch some cool videos, you definitely should go on there and check them out because there's a ton of. What do you think he's done? 100 videos in the last few days?
I mean, I'm scrolling all this time. I've been scrolling down to get to before the event when we posted the AccuStats link. It's insane. He does a great job. My partner in crime.
Would you say that if he was on here?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. All right.
You know,
cross-side.
It's funny, Chris. We've had our moments, you know, but one thing that's always true is that we have mutual respect and, you know, our vision aligns. It's all about promoting pool. It's all about getting it out to more people so that the sport grows.
Well, I think y'all are definitely doing that now. In the beginning, when I was watching you guys, I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on. Sometimes, you know, I don't know if this is like a comedy show or where we're going with this, but I think you guys got quite the attention from a lot of folks, a lot of good folks in the pool industry, and you know, especially like where I started really getting into it is during the Moscone Cups over the last couple of years. You know, where you guys get so much content that a lot of folks don't get. You know,
yeah,
and that
I mean,
building relationships, I'm sure.
Yeah, we've been pretty fortunate, and I mean, it says something about the folks at Matchroom, and you know, not just them. I mean, when you look at
you guys,
what we did in Vegas with CSI and Predator, you know, I think there was a dearth of this, right? There was not enough of this, where if you compare it to some other sport, there's a lot of people that are trying to get access to professionals. There's a lot of people that are trying to do this stuff, but the timing was right. We built some good relationships.
Well, think about it like this. How many times is the Derby going on? And we're all at home and we couldn't go. And I don't think you've been, right? You said the other day.
I've never been.
So you have this thought of what's it like, but you can't afford it or you don't want to fight the weather. And here you are at home right now watching live for free. That's unbelievable. You know, you just can't do it. But the only thing, in my opinion, that keeps that happening is for folks to support the sponsors that are involved.
Yeah.
because the sponsors are what make it and keep it free.
All
It's
right.
hard to say it and do it, but
It just took me scrolling through about 8,000 bits of content, but I have the link. Stand by. It will be posted in here. And I will not be stupid this time. I will then post it, or I will then copy it to like somewhere so I have access to it later. All right.
2 ball maybe. I can't tell if he can get to the back ball.
Looks like he's going after the 2.
Yeah, he's gonna make that ball probably off the rail. Oof.
I think he sold out that orange ball there, Chris, the 5.
You think it beats the? You think it goes by that? Yeah, it looks
I
like
do.
It.
I think it does get by that one ball, and he called it too. So, hey, Wambra, thanks for joining in. You're welcome. Hey, Long Vong, this is bank pool. So they break it like 9 balls, but they don't have to run them in order. They just need the first one to bank 5 balls in wins, and Shane just takes it down.
Yep.
Chris, I'm gonna log off for a little bit.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a lull in the action, but we will be back later, guys, and we're getting down to the nitty gritty in bank pools. So keep your notifications on. Thanks so much for tuning in. Special thanks to our sponsors along the bottom. Premier Billiards, our title sponsor up top. I post the link in here to the AccuStats, guys. Buy the pay-per-view so you can see all the finals and all the semifinals. And I just want to give a special shout out to my good friend Chris Adams for joining me. Great commentary, buddy.
Thank you, sir.